Hi everyone, it's the Photo Techie. I hope you're all doing well. Today I am sharing my experience of the extremerate Rise remap 4 for the BDM30 controllers. Is this thing worth the price? Should you consider it? Let's find out. So cost £40, come in this is standard cardboard box. What you get is your selected shell type. So this is my original one, but yeah, whichever type you chose, that's what you will get. I went for the white with the black rubbers. You get the pry tool and the screwdriver that you need to basically open your controller, and a gamer manual that sort of didn't make that much sense to me, but they tell me that there is a 6-month warranty with these things. And everything was nicely sort of like packed in these plastic covers. And one thing I really liked was the extra amount of screws they provide if you happen to lose one, because they are very small, and installing you might misplace some of them. So yeah, they do provide with some extras. So packaging wise, I would say yeah, all necessary stuff is there. Instruction manual is a bit lacking, but they do have some amazing videos on YouTube on how to install this kit. That's how I did it. So I went with a white shell with a black rubber insert design. This is the 4-button version, Rise remap 4. There is a 2-button one as well, and then they also come in the metal version. This is the plastic one. A lot of people on the Reddit suggested the metal is much better, because I posted a video on the Reddit and I was saying that I find them very sensitive, the pedals, and I ended up using like cut up precision rings underneath them to get a little bit of resistance. And a lot of people mentioned that the metal one has more resistance. So yeah, just be mindful that get the right version for your controller. Like there's a BDM10, BDM20, BDM30. So mine is BDM30. There's a very handy guide on extremerate's website showing on how to find out what controller you have. Even the Amazon listings have pictures on how you can identify what controller you have. But touching up on installation, that was the biggest sort of like barrier for me trying to get this, because I was not confident enough. I was thinking I would definitely mess this up. That's why I didn't record it, me installing this thing, because I took it upon as an experimental thing, that I knew that this was going to be messed up, and I was thinking like, okay, I will learn from this, and then the next time I'll do it, maybe I'll be able to do it. But this is a testament on how simple this can be. It actually works. I installed it, and one thing, I think it's the microphone. It sort of did open when I was putting it back, but the videos the extremerate have, the guy who's making the videos, he's so good. He actually mentioned that happens to some people, and he showed how to fix that, and it was very, very simple. I have to say, like, those videos the extremerate have put out, they make this a real viable option. I followed all the steps he had. Now I did the solder-free installation, so that means I can't map the thumbstick clicks or the touchpad to the back pedals and buttons, which is fine by me. It would have been nice to actually get the left stick click to one of the buttons, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal for me. But I have 4 buttons, so that's good. I can live with that. Now, um, like I said, installation can be a bit daunting, but maybe watch the video before you order this thing, and see if you're comfortable with it. They provide you with all the tools and everything that's needed, and in my case, like it works. Now the way mapping works is we have this remapping button. So you press and hold, and the light will come on inside here, and at that point you're in the mapping mode, and all you have to do is you have to press the face button together with the back pedal you want the face button program to, and the light will flash 3 times rapidly, and that tells you that it's been mapped. To disable a mapping, same thing, go back into the mapping mode. Whatever button's been already programmed to that back pedal or button, press them together, and it will flash slowly to tell you that that's been disabled. So that's one thing. There is no on-the-fly mapping, but you have 4 buttons. I never find myself changing on the fly what the back pedals and buttons do. This kit is sort of designed for something that if you're playing a game, before you go in, you've done your mappings, and that's it. Like that's what you use. And with 4-button design, to be honest, I'd never find myself having to change them mid-game. So that's very good. Positives, I have to say, like, I really like the grip, this extra sort of the grippy feeling. Very, very good. It feels very comfortable, and your fingers sort of land on these back pedals, and the way you actuate them, I mean, if you want to, you can move your finger and do it, but it's very good to just use, like, this part here of the middle finger and just actuating them, and it works absolutely perfectly. Every time I want to actuate them, that's how I do it. To use the middle ones, these smaller K3 and K4, you do have to sort of like move your finger a little bit, but I can do that very, very easily. And it's a good grip. It's, you know, the thing I like about the Dualsense is, you know, these grips, like my ring finger and small finger sort of like, you know, stay at the grip, and I can just use the middle fingers just doing that. So very, very comfortable feel, and it works every time. One thing, these are very, very sensitive, the pedals especially. So I was having a lot of accidental actuations initially, but I ended up cutting a couple of precision rings and putting them underneath, right next to the center module. And they gave me enough, you know, these pedals enough resistance that when I was gripping the controller, I wasn't accidentally pressing them. And that worked perfectly fine. But I put the solution on the Reddit, and a lot of people commented that the metal version of these have a lot more resistance, and if you go with the metal versions, you don't need to use any solutions or anything like that. And one guy did mention that, oh, putting the foam, he was putting like foam or something, and he did break the pedal. Now I've been using this for 3 weeks. I've had those precision rings underneath is all the time, and it's been absolutely fine. Nothing is broken or anything, and I am not kind to my controllers the way I game. I'm not, you know, it's I do use them to their full extent, if I should say, and it's been absolutely fine. But I would highly recommend. I think I want to definitely get the metal one, the metal buttons as well. I think they're called RMB, rear metal buttons or something, and I want to check if I can actually convert this to that, because that would be, you know, some of a bit of a saving for me. But yeah, the positives are definitely, you know, the thing works. The grip is nice. You have many different designs. You can actually go with different colors and stuff. I just went with the, you know, matching shell color. And these rubber inserts do help with the grip a little bit. There's a textured version as well. And overall, I do think the product is very good. So quickly, like touching up on the negatives, like I mentioned, installation is it's a big thing. You have to be a bit more comfortable with a screwdriver. To be honest, after doing it, it is so simple if you watch that video and follow it through. And the savings you are making. This is, I paid £38 for it. Like sometimes like usually it's £40. For that price, there is no alternative. You know, Dualsense Edge is £210. BFG Victrix BFG is £180. Now I know you be saying, oh, £65 is a controller, but if you already have a controller, come on, £38, giving you 4 buttons on the DualSense. You know, Sony haven't made the back button attachment what they made for the DualShock 4. You know, they haven't made one for the DualSense. Until they do, this is, or maybe the EX9 lever back. I have a full review on that thing. That's a solution. But somebody like myself, you know, like to save money, and this is the only thing out there. Looking at SCUF, £200, aim controllers, 200s. You know, TCP is the only one that I can think of that's £140, and they have like 2 buttons. And on eBay, there's a lot of people who are selling this kit installed onto the controller, and they are like, they can go easily for 135, £140. So that's the thing. This is like, you know, what is the solution for people like myself who can't afford, or people who just like to save money, and maybe you want to save some money. You know, imagine spending £210 on the DualSense Edge. You could spend 100 getting a controller in this, and then spend whatever that 110 on a headset, because that's another big thing as well. You know, maybe you want a different screen. So yeah, this I would say this at the moment doesn't have a competition yet in the market. I've seen on EX9's YouTube channel, they're making something called Deathclaw that will give you, because the biggest thing I found with the EX9 leverback was like, you know, training your brain to use circle as reload, because you can only use square and X at the back, but he's making something just on right hand side. So you'll have 2 sort of levers on the right to do the cross and circle. But other than that, there is nothing, you know, on the market. So the big positive is it's cheaper, it works. 6 months warranty, that's the thing. Like, you know, it's only got a 6-month warranty and installation. That's the biggest thing. But trust me, I took the plunge and I love this thing. I can borrow the DualSense Edge. I've been very lucky. You know, sometimes I get it for like over a week or something from somebody that I know. But now when I look back, like I wanted to buy that. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to buy the DualSense Edge, and I got this. To be honest, I might wait on the DualSense Edge. I'm playing with this every day. It's 3 weeks. It's been absolutely perfect. I do want to get them because I do have another DualSense, and I want to get the metal version and put that in. So yeah, so just quickly wrapping up, negatives: installation, losing the warranty on your controller. Personally, I've never claimed a warranty on the controller, but that's your decision. And the pedals are a bit more sensitive, so I would strongly recommend getting the metal one. The metal ones are a little bit more expensive, so I think the metal RMB I was looking at, it's £50 for the 4 and £40 for the 2-button version, where this one is like 38 I paid for the 4, and the 2-button was like 32 or £30. So there is that, but in all honesty, guys, it works. For me, it works, and I think, you know, just installation is the thing. If that's not a problem for you, then this is definitely a very, very good solution. Oh yeah, one thing that I did notice was, I don't know if it's a BDM30 issue or this is something that I did on installation. The light that flashes in, that comes on when you go into the remapping mode, is very dim on my controller, on this module here. Now, going through the comments on the Amazon review, a lot of other people have had that issue. So I don't know, maybe it's the BDM30 is not giving enough power to the FPC cable, that the light, it's not, because I've seen some videos of that light being very bright. So that's something that I personally sort of experience, and kind of like, you have to be a bit more careful, but I can see it clearly, and it works for me. Other than that, it's a very, very positive kit for me, and I absolutely love it. I will do, because I use it every day, so I will do like a 3-month sort of experience of what it's been like and stuff, and if I find a different solution to it, I'll do that. I actually want to compare this to the DualSense Edge, so I will definitely be borrowing that controller again to make that video, because I do like that controller. But yeah, that's everything from me. One thing I would like to say is I am very, very grateful to everyone who subscribed. At the time of making this, I have 494 subscribers. I cannot believe that. It's absolutely amazing that people have subscribed to my channel. Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you so much for that. If I left anything out, please do leave me a comment. I do my best to reply to every comment I get. If there is any information you need, if you want me to try anything, or anything that maybe I missed, or maybe there is a solution that you do to the sensitive buttons, please do leave me a comment, so we can all learn from it together. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.